Hey friends, welcome back to OG Universe. Thank you so much for stopping by today and spending some time with me. We're going to take a look at the Mcfarlane Toys DC Multiverse Batman from Batman vs. Superman Dawn of Justice. So I've had this figure for a little while and I've been kind of contemplating what I want to do with it. Did I want to open it up, do a full review, integrate it into my collection? And I thought, yeah, you know what? Definitely. I got to do it because, you know, this is the first Batman figure I have that has a cloth cape. Doesn't have the wired cape. Still waiting for that first appearance of Batman figure to come out here in Canada at Canadian retail online either. It's been no luck so far. But I'm really looking forward to taking a deep dive into this figure. There's some really amazing aspects. One glaring flaw that really made me scratch my head and think, what the F is going on? But let's take a look at what we get here. So the packaging has that unbelievable photo of Batman versus Superman. Yeah, never thought that would happen, but it did. And it was actually, I enjoyed it. But the extended version was so much better, gave more explanation, more synopsis of what's going on, and it was just fantastic. I really liked that scene, which I think we all know, that scene in the warehouse where Batman's rescuing Martha, Clark's mama, and holy crap, what a scene that was. So there you go. That's the packaging. That's what you get. Inside, he is loaded with quite a few accessories. He has two closed fists, two of these massive batarangs, and he has a grapple launcher, which is attached to the Batman as well. You get, of course, the trading card and display stand. And there you go. But this figure, it has some great qualities. Let's take a closer look at what we got here. So the grappling launcher, really nice. It's damn sculpted beautifully. It's got so much detail in it. It's just lacking some paint, but we can fix that up. I'm definitely gonna paint this up. You know, paint the barrel, the coil, make it look a bit more respectable, so to speak. Now these batarangs are freaking huge. They are monstrous batarangs. Some nice detail. Wouldn't mind putting some dry brushing, a little bit of weathering on them to just give them a bit more substance and a little pop to it and a bit of sense of realism. The figure itself is a brand new body buck, I believe. I don't think I've seen this body buck used on any other figure. Really good proportions in the chest, the arms. Man, it's a pretty buff looking Batman, but not overly emphasized, a bit more realistic. Ben Affleck in the movie was damn jacked, and his Batman was imposing. And I think this one is really well done as well. I think I really like this big bat logo on the chest, and it does have a bunch of scrapes and details on it. It seems some fighting, some wear. The texturing throughout the entire costume is extremely well done. Brings out so much detail because of that black wash. And then, of course, we got this beautiful, beautiful cape. Man, it's a good weight to it. It's a great material. It hangs so nicely on Batman. Just so well done. Really appreciate the, you know, the extra little bit of attention that they added to this cape. So they could have gone the cheap route. Could have made this really thin and just ugly material. But man, they did a great job. But the one thing they did a horrible job with, and you can see there, they forgot to paint the back of this figure. There's no dry brushing. There's no black wash whatsoever. It's like, oh, a cape will cover his back end, so we don't need to paint it. No, dude, Todd, what the hell, man? That is a shortcut. That's a no-no. We don't do that. You don't do this to your collectors who are paying good money to have these premium action figures and take shortcuts like that. Not cool. Damn it, I'm gonna have to put a black wash on the back end of Batman to just make it feel complete. Because when I took this out of the packaging, the cape, first of all, was all over the place. It was just like that. And when I flipped it over to cut the little ties, I was like, what the hell? They didn't paint it. Like right here, you can see it's all this black wash. And then here, absolutely nothing. Even with the spacer joints for the shoulder articulation. Comes to a point, boom, you got no paint whatsoever. But this is texturized spacer joint all the way through, which is great. Thank you so much. But damn, what the hell? And then you got this head sculpt. The head sculpt, I definitely see a Ben Affleck resemblance. It is a great head sculpt. Don't get me wrong. I do like it. It has some great features on it, good angles. I really like the stern expression that shows up onto his forehead. It's very well done. The only thing, and we're gonna do some toy surgery to correct this, but his head just sits way too high. He's got an extra long neck peg in there for sure to give him some extra height, which is appreciated for the neck articulation. But just looking at him straight on, man, his neck's too tall. That's what I think. I'm gonna fix that up. But overall, I really like the look of this figure. The articulation, we'll get to that, but the overall presence and stature of the Batman looks phenomenal. I love the paint they used on the belt. It's a nice shiny gold. It almost looks like it's brushed gold, which looks really great. But yeah, damn. It's almost comical. It's like, I've never had this expression. When I was opening this figure, I thought to myself, I'm gonna film this. But you know what? I digress. I'm not gonna lose my shit. It's an action figure, okay. They took the shortcut, not cool, but man, stop doing it. And it's an easy fix. You can easily fix that and put a black wash on there. But let's take a look at this figure's articulation. So the head, like I said, he's got a ton of range of motion, lots of side attitude, can look up, look down, very good. The spatial joint does give him that extra bit of motion in the shoulder. So he has that butterfly range. He has the bicep cut, double jointed ratcheted elbows. He's got a ball joint at the wrist for all kinds of articulation. At the torso, he can move back quite a bit. Forward, not too bad. He's got a ball joint at the waist as well. Double jointed ratcheted knees, ball joint at the hips. Toe articulation on these boots. Ankle pivot, rocker, ball joint, everything going on. Sculpted ball joint there. Some really nice detail on the boots. Looks really sharp. Actually, the detail throughout the entire figure, even his gloves, it's quite nice. Would have preferred a little bit of paint on those knuckle dusters. That would have been cool. His hands are really chunky though. He's got big hands, I think, to accommodate the accessories, which is, I don't know. I think the accessories might be a little bit too big in that sense. I know the Night's End Batman, or Nightfall Batman, excuse me, that figure had the tiniest Batarang, so I appreciate a bit bigger, but this one I think is just a little too big, to be honest with you. But still, it's an accessory, and he comes with 2 of them, so that's pretty cool. The grapple launcher, man, with some paint, this is going to look great, because it's a really nice sculpt. But overall, this figure does have so much positive stuff going for it that I think the negatives, which it's a big freaking negative, not having that paint on that figure is back end. But man, I love the way the cape flows. It just looks great. It's a nice billowing cape. It looks so damn good. Very appreciative of that. But let's bring in some figure comparisons and see how he stands up to some other Batman. We just reviewed this guy here. This is the Skydive Hong Kong version of Batman. And that's from The Dark Knight. And we got that unmasked head, which looks really good. These 2 guys look pretty cool together as well. And then he also got this guy here, of course. We haven't seen an updated Superman, which I think is sorely needed. I think having an updated figure of this version of Superman, or the Batman versus Superman, it's a slight difference in the costume. He did have some light blue accents on his wrists, and I believe on his sides, maybe? I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure he had some accents on his wrist that were lighter blue. A little bit different head sculpt as well. A little bit shorter hair, a little more slicked back, so to speak. And I think this head sculpt as well, it's almost like a brown hair instead of black. So, and then with the new textures and skin tones that we have going on now in Mcfarlane, I think it would be very good timing to have a brand new version of the DC Extended Universe Superman for sure. That'd be great. And then of course I'm gonna bring in this guy here, because this is a test. Because if he can look good next to a very comic book stylized Joker, I think that's pretty damn good. And I think these 2 guys do look good together. This Batman is damn phenomenal in the essence of its presence, the cape, some of the accessories, the texturing on the costume. That big black bat logo looks so damn good. I can really appreciate the way they handle this figure. Just let me know in the comments, guys. Am I the only one that got this figure that doesn't have a painted back? Because I haven't checked out other YouTubers' reviews on this figure. I didn't want to get any biased interpretation of the figure. I wanted my own kind of feelings and thoughts on it. And damn, I hope a lot of people didn't get this unpainted back, man. Hopefully not. Maybe it's just a few that squeaked out of the factory unpainted, because this is a great figure. Either way, I can fix it. I'm sure a lot of people can fix it and, you know, make it better. A really damn nice version of Batman. This could go into your kind of comic book stylized figures as well, if you wanted to go that route. Or I think into your movie figures too. I think these two guys look really good together. Let's see if we threw in a Flash. Flash, he might be a little too cartoony. See, he has a bit of a cartoonish head sculpt with exaggerated proportions on those ears. But man, I think these guys would look pretty good together. I think someone else would look really cool. And that's my boy, Shazam, the little custom we did. I freaking love this guy. And kind of having these superheroes together, that looks pretty cool. Not too bad, not too bad. So there you go, guys. This Batman, you know, my thoughts, I really do appreciate the attempt on making this figure, you know, as true to possible to the film version. They did a phenomenal job on this costume. The texturing, the belt, the cape is absolutely awesome. I can't wait to finish and paint up that grapnel gun. The head sculpt is so damn good as well. The figures are falling everywhere here. But I digress, it's damn nice. But a couple things, we gotta fix that neck joint. I think a smaller neck joint would help the kind of stature of the head, because it is sitting a little too high in my opinion. And of course, that paint on the back, oh, we gotta fix that, because that looks atrocious. We're definitely gonna keep that cape covering it up for sure. I can understand, Mcfarlane wanted to, you know, maybe cut some costs, but can't be doing that all the time, Todd. Definitely don't be doing that. But overall, this is a great looking figure, a definite well-valued addition to my collection, and I think he will be for yours as well. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Does your Batman have an unpainted backside? I need to know in the comments. Let me know. And if you want to watch more of my videos, we got a massive playlist with lots of videos to keep you entertained for a long time. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have an awesome day, and we'll see you soon in the next one.